wanted to say, Senator, I wanted to say thank you for having us this evening. Wanted to, although I know it's hard being an elected official, I'm an elected official myself. I look at myself as your equal to my constituents and represent the sovereign nation of the Ho-Chunk Nation of Wisconsin. We have our elected president here that represents, that's the equivalent of the president of the United States of a sovereign nation. We also have our traditional chief here. So I just wanted to let you know who is actually here within the crowd and the way that the rest of the United States and the rest of the world looks at us. So when we came over to talk to you, we wanted to come and talk to you as equals from that perspective. And we want everyone here to know that. We thank you all for coming. We understand that this is a very hard situation when laws are proposed. I'm going to choose my words very carefully the way that we do this from the words that come out of my mouth tonight. The issue at hand, this isn't a new issue for us. Every place that we walk within the state of Wisconsin, every building that's been built, every metro city is over all of our people. Everywhere around the United States is over all of our native people. This is no different. So a fight like this is no different to us. But we're not here in opposition of our senator, so please don't target him. He also has to represent his people too. And it's all the people that he's trying to do. So I'm not coming to you to try to appeal to you in any way. What I'm asking is that you come and talk with us. Invite you to the Ho-Chunk Nation to speak with us. We are the subject matter experts on this. We've had tons of history. You have all the subject matter experts here. And so we'd like to extend the invitation from that perspective. The second part is the constituents that you have. If they need education, please have them come over. And there's always two sides to a story. So if we need to understand what their arguments are, then it's not up to us to be judges either. We should not judge anyone from any perspective, because that's the way that we're taught. That's how, when we come to people, we don't come judging and arguing and yelling and coming with all this distraught and anger. We have to talk it out no matter what and respect one another. I hear disrespectful things, not only from all the Facebook feeds that you're seeing. You're seeing everybody attack, talking about our burial mounds, talking about all our people. You know what? I watch everyone is guilty in this room, including myself, of allowing desecrations to happen every day. So let's not be so judgmental about this issue right now, and let's figure out how we're going to come to some sort of resolve over the issue. We have our president here. We have our traditional chief. You have an elected official from District 2, so I represent the constituents all within the Winger district there. So you have two other elected officials. So I just wanted to make sure that I educate you to know that we do have a sovereign government. There hasn't been any consultation on this enacted by the state of Wisconsin or by this office to actually come to our sovereign nation to ask for a consultation on the issue. This is something that we should also be consulted on. That's the agreements that we put in place all along. When we were removed years ago, we fought to come back to Wisconsin. We were removed illegally, all of our people. It's all in the history books. You can go through every one of the museums, you can figure it out. You can go through the Wisconsin State Historical Society. We can all figure that out. We know that. But that's the history that's been buried. So it's not anyone's fault in here for not knowing that you're also on top of all of our people, because they don't teach that in the state of Wisconsin. You go to the schools, they don't teach that in the colleges. So you have to go to get a degree to learn that. I have a degree in an MBA. I have a master's in education. It's from an MS in education and policy leadership from UW-Madison. I have another degree. I'm aware of your degrees, and I'm aware of each one of the group that we have. What's happening when this issue comes up, if you watch the news wires very closely, you're going to see something start erupting. You're going to see all the other tribes throughout all the United States starting to hit on this. I just want to make sure that everyone understands that. This is one of those issues where all of the nations, all of the sovereign nations will take notice. because we don't dig up our people, but this isn't about the people. Those mound sites are holy, period. That's it. We don't desecrate holy things. I'm not gonna go into a church and burn it down. I'm not gonna go anywhere else and desecrate anyone's cross. I'm not gonna go to a mosque and desecrate that. And this is a holy site. We don't have brick and mortar. We used what was around us because we had balance with nature. Now we have all of these things that create imbalance with nature once things go back into the ground. We built things like that. We are the subject matter experts. We understand preservation, but nobody asks us. Nobody asks us about the bill. We've seen the law may not be changed rhetorically. It may not be changed principally. You may look for clarification in some ways with how we're crafting our words in the English language. The bill, however, there's other words in the English language that could be used. It doesn't mean that as a politician that we have to go by one word or two words or three words. Maybe there's other words to craft. And there's always work that can be added into a bill or that can be taken away from a bill. That's what the English language is about communication. It's not about getting a law passed, or it's not about any of these other things. It's about creating some sort of order. And in this case, we're asking as constituents of the state of Wisconsin. We're also pleading as a sovereign nation for some respect to come over. Let's talk about it. We'll invite you over. We'll invite the other constituents, whoever else is in opposition, over, and we'll educate them on why we honor these mounds. I think that that's what the issue is not everyone understands why we honor these mounds. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.